Hello and welcome back to the Motorhome Review channel. Today I'm at Yorkshire Caravans of Bawtry in South Yorkshire and I'm here to review this. This is the Ace 1500 DB. Now the Ace range, which is built by Swift here in Yorkshire, is an entry-level motorhome and was launched back in February at the NEC. I did an overall look around the range and I did tell you I'll be back to do some in-depth reviews. So here we go. Now the Ace motorhome range, the 1500 refers to their motorhomes. They also have a campervan range, which is their 1200 range. In terms of the motorhomes, prices start at around £65,000. The DB layout is starting at around £66,000. And I'll go through all the extras and the weights and measures as we go along. So what do we need to know about the 1500 DB? Well, first of all, let's talk about berths. So it is available as either a 2-berth motorhome with 2 travel seats or a 4-berth motorhome with 4 travel seats. The one we're going to look at today at Yorkshire Caravans is the 4-berth model. Now, as you can see, the Ace is based on Ford. It comes with a 2-litre diesel engine, 130 horsepower and manual transmission as standard, or you can opt for 165 horsepower with automatic transmission. You will have to pay for that optional extra. In terms of size, so the 1500 DB is quite a long motorhome. It's 7 metres and 81 centimetres long. In terms of width, it's 2 metres and 37 centimetres wide, and height, it's 2 metres and 88 centimetres. Now, the great thing is about all the Ace motorhomes, they're all at the 3.5 tonne gross vehicle weight, or 3,500 kilos. So you can drive these on your car licence. You don't need your C1. Now, if you opt for the DB in the 2-berth version, then this is going to give you a payload of just under 500 kilos. This one here, the 4-berth, is going to give you a payload of around 434 kilos. So that's still a good payload, whether it be a couple or a family of 4. Those are our facts and figures. I've told you prices start at around 66,000 for the 2-berth. This one here, the 4-berth, just under £72,000. Now let's make a start here at the front on the Ford cab. Now this one is fitted with what's known as the Comfort Pack. The Comfort Pack is going to cost you around £1,100 extra, and with that you will get the silver cab as seen here. You'll also get 16-inch alloy wheels. On the roof you'll get a 120 watt solar panel. You'll also get blinds in the cab. You'll get a rear view camera and you'll get a 12-inch infotainment screen as well. So I think the Comfort Pack is something that a lot of people may well be opting for. So at the front we have the Comfort Pack, as I say, with the silver cab, the big Ford frontage, and as we head up, the Ace logo and a sunroof as well. Now don't forget, this is an entry-level motorhome. It's great to see what we're going to get as we go around. Let's make our way down the near side. So on the near side, we can see that this motorhome is a semi-integrated. As well as the silver cab with the Comfort Pack, you're going to get on Ace the silver sides, and these are the graphics or the decals for this season. So coming down, we see the Ace 1500 DB, we have the flag, and then the A integrated into the graphic as well. Because it's a UK manufactured motorhome, habitation door here on the near side. This one with the Comfort Pack means it will get that 120 watt solar panel. You'll notice there's no awning. You can fit an awning as an optional extra, so that's a thing to note if you do want that. The vents here for the tower fridge and freezer, which we'll see when we go inside. This won't come as standard. This is for Yorkshire Caravans, obviously just making people be aware that there's a step, so that won't be plastered on the side of your motorhome. There is a small awning light, our toilet cassette point, and then coming down we have our water filling point. So you're going to get a 110 litre fresh tank and an 85 litre grey waste tank. So those are good sized tanks, and you'll get a winter pack as standard. The winter pack means that your tanks are heated, so it means you really can use this motorhome all through the seasons. Garage space, so the Ace range has a garage. Let's open this up and take a look. Now the DB layout is an island bed or double bed at the rear. If you want a single bed layout, that's available on an SL. I'm going to put a link in the description so you can check out that layout and have a look at the single or longitudinal bed layout. But the garage space on the DB, as I say, an island bed. Now, one thing you'll notice is, one, yes, you've got a good amount of space in there, but because it is an island bed, there is a little bit of intrusion in the garage from here. This often is something you do find on motorhomes with an island bed. So again, if you do need the higher garage space, the longitudinal bed layout will give you that. So that's another thing to consider. In here, you will find a 12 volt, a light, a little bit of shelving with the bands to keep items in place. Carpets there, so you do get the carpets with this one here. There's various tie down points as well in the floor of the motorhome. So that's our garage space. I'll close that up and then we'll head round to the rear. So the rear end, now as you can see, the silver graphic continues. We have the Ace logo and that rear view camera. That is part of that comfort pack that I mentioned. You've also got preparation for a bike carrier. So if you did want to add that, that's something your dealer can fit for you. And then the Ace graphic here at the back. And you'll notice the small LED lights at each side, and then that white bumper as well. So that's the back end of our Ace. Let's head down the off side. So on the off side, there's a second garage door and then a vent for the air blown heating. On board, it's the Truma air blown heating and your hot water's on the Combi Neo. And what that system is, it's a fairly new system and it provides continuous hot water. As opposed to the standard Truma where you heat your water tank and then you use the hot water that's in that tank, the Neo system is going to continuously feed the hot water, a little bit like at home when you have a shower off your system at home. So your only limitation is literally how much water you've got on board. So that's great if you do like to shower on board. Next up, we have our gas bottle cupboard here. Storage, this is pretty good. In here you're going to have one 13 kilo gas bottle and one 6 kilo gas bottle. So that's your gas storage. Then your electric hookup point. So when you are on site with electric, plug in and off you go. And then we have the cab side here for the driver's door. So that is the off side of the Ace DB. Let's wander around and go inside and take a look. So as I say, this motorhome available in a 2-berth or a 4-berth variant, this one being the 4, but I'll talk as well about the 2 as we go. So opening up the habitation door, first of all, there's a concertina privacy blind. There is somewhere as well to attach a tall umbrella as well within the door. And then there's a small bin as well here on the Ace. Right, I'll dive inside, fly screen as we go. There is a little handle to help you in as well. Not that I'm at the age yet where I need a handle to help me in, but you never know. Let's make a start up in the Ace cab. So it is the Ford cab. This one here with the automatic transmission and that 165 horsepower. The Ford cab, I always like the Ford cab. It's quite simplistic, it's easy to use. Because of the comfort pack, you've got that large 12-inch screen there. The blinds as well that we can see, again, part of the pack. The captain's chair's swiveled round, so you can see this in the mode you would use it on site when you're pitched up. The fabric and then Ace embossed here. One thing you'll see as well is the armrests are covered in a fabric. This is a dark grey padded fabric. And our cab, if we start to look up, you can see the sunroof that we saw outside. It does open, there's a blind and a fly screen in there, and then that pans down into this space. It certainly feels really spacious in here. Right, I'll turn myself around and we'll head into this lounge cum dining room area. Now, on the 2 and 4 berth, the lounge area is going to look exactly the same. The only difference on a 4 berth is you'll get 2 travel seats here. These will be forward facing, and this lounge area will convert into a double bed. You'll use the telescopic table, drop that down, convert this into a bed. In terms of the size, this bed will be 6'7" long and 4 feet and 4 inches wide. So a brilliant, huge bed. Now, otherwise, let's turn around and have a look. So the two bench seats that do face each other, the one on the off side is a slightly longer length, as you can see there. The scatter cushions as well that come with this model seen there. On the walls, you'll notice around the window, there is a fabric finish to those. There's a blind and a fly screen. Underneath, there is a USB charging bank as well. There's also some small downlighters as well. Now, as we move up, let's talk about headroom. There's absolutely loads of it. There's no drop-down bed. The bed on the four-berth is the seat, so it gives you this fabulous amount of headroom, which you can see above me. Coming round onto the near side, again, got the fabric board, the blinds, another charging bank here, so if you set up with your gadgets, you can charge around here. Overhead lockers, so we have this textured finish and then the matte black handles. These are push and pull. I'll just open these so you can see inside. Strong clasps and shelving as well. Now, because of the head height, if you're a smaller person like me, you'd probably be clambering on your furniture, I think, to get yourself into there. Let me just reach up and close these down. So closing that and closing that. Now, as well as this being a lounge, it's also your dining room. So you have the table here. This does fold out, which I'll just show you now. And you can see the finish as well on the table. So a good size dining table. The telescopic leg, as I say, so you can drop that down. While I'm stood here, let's go down to floor level and look at the finish on the flooring. So you can see here, it's this light wood effect flooring finished on here. Now I'm going to head through into our kitchen space on the Ace. Now, although we're looking at the DB today, there's 4 layouts altogether in the Ace range. They're all going to have the same colour scheme. Yes, there'll be different layouts, which I'll put a link to, but this is going to give you an overall idea of the fittings and finishings on Ace. If I just move this over, let's start here. So what we do have here is a really good size worktop flap, again finished in this grey colour that we can see. That's going to massively extend the amount of worktop space you're going to get in your motorhome. Then we come along, square sink, and then we have a matte black tap. Feeding along, there's 2 plug sockets. Now this is really good because often in our kitchens we have got our kettles, coffee machines, toasters, all these things that we want to get plugged in. It might even be that you bring an air fryer. You can always put those on your flap and plug in there. And then it feeds along to our 3 gas burners. When we were outside, I told you about the storage for our gas bottles, and the gas hob here is going to certainly use those. So 3 of those. The good thing about this as well is when you're not using that, you've got this cover as well, so giving you some additional worktop space. Let's work downwards. So this is a Thetford gas oven and grill. It's a dual appliance there. And then lift that up, and underneath again the matte black buttons that we can push and pull. So we can see the drawer space here, and again another thing that I like is that we've got a wood effect finish as well in the drawer space. In this one we have our cutlery tray pre-installed for us, and they are soft close as well. And then if I pop this open, this is an excellent storage compartment as well, situated below that drawer, so ideal as well for taller items. Now moving along, I'll stand up. In the kitchen there's this backboard, and then there's a blind and a fly screen, and this does open as well. There's an LED light, and then we've got more storage overhead. Another fabulous size cupboard, but again, if you're smaller, just a bit of a reach there. The backboard there is the wall board of the motorhome. And then we have a white finish now. So we're moving from this textured grey colour to the white. And if I open this up, we've got storage in here. And in this one, another storage cupboard as well. Again, if you're smaller, you're not going to be reaching in there too easily. Right, I'll close those up. Again, in the kitchen area, you can see the amount of headroom I have got. And this is why I say the Ace does feel incredibly spacious. Loads of headroom. There's also a sunroof here, so you can open that for ventilation, ideal as well when you're cooking to let the smells out. Right, let's venture over to the near side. So here we have the control panel for the Ace, and we've got our control panel for the Truma air-blown heating and hot water. And then where we came in, they've added this white feature against the grey. There's some hooks as well, so you can hang your coats or your dog leads and bits and pieces as you come in. Then we're here to our tower fridge and freezer and more storage. There's another excellent size storage cupboard there. You'll notice there's no microwave. Now, if a microwave is important, you can add it as an optional extra. So you can have your microwave if that's a bit of a deal breaker for you. So that's good to know. Then the 133 litre Dometic tower fridge and freezer. This is absorption. So when you're on electric cooker, plug in, it'll run from the electric. When you're off grid, it's going to use gas. Down here, we have further storage. This slides out and you'll see additional storage under the fridge as well. Right, let me move backwards. So we're going to take a step up now. So I'm going upwards, but we've still got headroom here, as we can see, and another sunroof that's going to open. Now, what I'll just demonstrate is this partition door. So I've stepped up. Now this door's on a little ball bearing, so it's a pull and a cross. So when you want to separate the areas, you can see there, you've now separated the front of the motorhome to this midsection, and that's going to give you privacy. We'll do the washroom, then the bedroom, and then the shower. So coming through, now the way the Ace is designed, you have this fabulous washroom space, and there's some nice finishings in here. So we step up, let's make a start here at this level. So we have lighting above, a really good size rectangular mirror, and then it feeds down to some little shelves, and then this finish here, this is a nice finish. And then we come to the sink and a matte black tap there. Under there, if I give this a pop, we have a storage cupboard. Good amount of room in that one. There's a vent for the air-blown heating as well to keep you warm within the bathroom space. There's then the Thetford toilet. This does swivel. There's a toilet roll holder here. Storage behind the loo, probably for loo rolls. And then coming up, a large towel holder. And then if I pop this open, we've got storage for toiletries here. Ace have added some elasticated bands to hold bits and pieces in as well, so that's good. And then let me turn around. The shower's there, which I'll show you on the way out as we work our way around. There's a further privacy screen, a screen here and a screen here. So when you're using this part of the motorhome, close those and you can shut the door. So all round privacy. Right, let's venture back and we'll see our island bed. So I'm going to go around this corner. Now, the island bed, it is fixed in situ here. We don't have retraction on it. In terms of size, now I think this is potentially a compromise on why some people may opt for the single beds. The island bed is only 6 feet long. So I think for some people it may be a little bit short, but if you're not a tall couple, that'll be fine. In terms of width, it's 4 feet and 8 inches wide, so it's a really good width bed. Now I mentioned the SL. The SL is identical to this, but it has single beds. The single beds are 6 feet and 5 inches long and 6 feet and 4 inches. So two beds, 6'5" and 6'4". So I think if you're a taller couple, the SL might be best for you. So what are we getting in our bedroom space? Yes, we're going to get the good size in terms of width island bed, a little bit short in length. And this mattress is by Duvalet. So this is a memory foam mattress, and this is a premium mattress. Duvalet are a fabulous company. You may have heard me talk about them before. So excellent mattress. Headboard, we have it in the fabric finish and then the grey finishing behind it. And above there are underlighters or downlighters with a USB charging point in as well. I'll just open some of the cupboards now. To get onto the island bed, you'll notice this does come quite far out, so you will have to climb onto your bed. I'm just going to climb on here and open up one of the overhead lockers. So there's 2 lockers, one on each side. Again, strong clasps, good size storage as well there at the back. I'll close that down. It's got this textured finish, and the textured finish continues along the ceiling. It's a solid ceiling. Let's give it a tap so you can hear that. There is the sunroof here, which does open, again, a blind and a fly screen. And then coming down, we've got more storage each side of the bed. So there's a wardrobe on each side. As you can see, the rail up there, it's a storage there. And then under each side, there's also a small storage area there, and you have got a charging point as well. So you can charge gadgets while in the bedroom space. Now coming along, you have additional space on each side here, as you can see. There is the curtains fitted, and then the windows on each side. What I'll just do, I'll just turn around here. So what you will find on the windows as well, it's the concertina blinds. So you can see those. So the Ace is coming with the concertina, and then you have the normal fly screen here. Coming along, we've got the grey wall panelling again. That then moves to the white panelling, and there are hooks on each side of the privacy screen door to hang your items there. Right, I'll just move through this way. So coming down, I'll move that across. We'll then make our way into the shower cubicle. Now the shower is situated on the off side, and it's a reasonable size. I'll just step in here. There is some intrusion from the wheel arch, as you can see there. The wood board, you can take that out for showering. Matte black again. I'm pleased to see that Ace have used matte black for everything. We haven't suddenly jumped into a bit of chrome. We've got matte black throughout. There's another hook here, and this as well, so you can hang wet towels when done. There's another little sunroof, so you can pop that open for ventilation. And then you've got your shower screen, which again is finished in the black as well. So this is your shower space. As I say, you have got a little bit of intrusion from the wheel arch, but otherwise a reasonable size shower space and loads of headroom as well. So let me jump out and you can just take a look in there. So that is your shower with shower screen, the black matte head, and then feeding through your plug holes at the base. Right, let me just close that back again. So recapping on the 1500 dB, there's the island bed at the rear, also available with the single beds if you want a longer bed experience. Then we have the mid washroom with that fabulous finish there around the sink, the mirror, the swivel toilet, and then a good amount of floor space as well for getting changed. And then coming through the kitchen, you can have a microwave fitted as an option if you want. Otherwise, I think it's got most of the things people are going to be looking for within a motorhome kitchen. Our lounge area, a good amount of space here, good width to the motorhome, excellent amount of headroom and plenty of storage around, and then our cab space. So that is our living space within the motorhome. Let me trundle out. So that is the Ace 1500 DB. There are 3 other layouts available in the Ace range. I'll put a link in the description. Prices for the Ace motorhome starting at $65. This model starting on 2-berth with the manual transmission and 130 horsepower and without the packs, $66,000. I've shown it here today with obviously the comfort pack, which is £1,100 extra, and this one obviously has the automatic transmission and it is the 4-berth. So plenty of options to have a look at there. I think as an entry-level motorhome at 65 to 66,000, it's a good one to get you out there on the road. 3.5 tons as well, so good that you can drive this on your car licence. I'm going to put a link in the description to the Yorkshire Caravans website and also to the Ace website, so you can explore the full range of layouts available and also all the motorhomes that they have here in the Ace range at Yorkshire Caravans of Bawtry. Hopefully you've enjoyed having a closer look at the Ace 1500 DB. So as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.